All right, what's up, guys? It's Libs here, and today I have an update on Bitcoin, and I'm also going to show you which altcoins I think are the strongest right now. All right, welcome, guys. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe button to be able to and that little bell notification button to be able to see whenever we upload a new video. So today's video is going to be an update on yesterday's live stream. So if you haven't seen yesterday's live stream, I highly recommend doing that. I let you come into my life as a trader and kind of follow me through my market scan, where I go through basically 250 altcoin pairs and kind of try to find the best ones. And the result of that scan is this list right here to the right. I have posted 3 long setups, long calls on altcoins in the Burbness community. So definitely check that out. If you're not in already, you can join 7 days for free. No question asked, no credit card, no anything like that. Just go to burbness.com/free trial and you'll be able to join for 70 days completely free. Let's start with Bitcoin right here. Obviously, Bitcoin is hitting a very significant resistance area here between 43.4 and 44.5. And if we actually do break above this area, that would be massive. And I do actually suspect a quite large move, a big move to the upside, right? But we have to remember that Bitcoin is currently at resistance. So any longs taken on altcoins should be taken with slightly lower risk and a lot of cautious. Cautious? Oh, man, I don't even know if that's the right word. Anyway, I want to show you a long setup I have on Bitcoin. I have orders entered for this trade right here. And I do like the fact that it has reclaimed the daily 50. Yes, it is at a major resistance area, but my idea here is to get filled on a move back down to the 50%. And this is part of my trading system, right? Where if I have a nice bounce on the 0.618 with the stochastic RSI on the 4-hour below 30, and we have that 4-hour bullish engulfing, usually what I do is I wait for that to kind of retrace back down to the 50. I want to get filled around the 50, stop losses below the reload zone, which is the 0.786 is the low to reload zone, right? And then TP1 would be at 1 hour. Now, the way I'm going to trade this is if TP1 gets hit, I'll move my stops to entry. So if you get this and then this, I'll be out of the trade with a small profit, right? Now, if we do actually break out, hopefully I'll get a nice winner right here. Now, this is also the exact move that we are trading on altcoins right now. So let's go back to this altcoin list right here. We have all active calls on EOS, Phil, and Dash right now. Dash hit that entry perfectly, and this is three trades on altcoins, which is basically looking identical. You can see the chart right here; they're all looking identical. It's just a repeat of the system I'm trading, right? And this is a variant of that as well on Bitcoin. So we have the CPI tomorrow, right? So you can go here to forexfactory.com/calendar, and you will find all the major news events for the Forex market. And when you have major news event for the USD, stuff like whenever the Fed is speaking, whenever you have CPI or interest rate decisions or stuff like that, that is going to be a major news event for the Forex market and anything traded against the USD, basically. And Bitcoin is definitely vulnerable to news events like that one, and that is happening tomorrow at 13:30 UTC. This has 14:30 here, but that's UTC plus 1. So UTC time is 13:30 tomorrow. So I would strongly advise that you do not trade during this news event. You trade the reaction to the news event about 30 minutes after the news event. That's what I would be doing, right? Now, considering that we have open trades right here on at least 3 altcoins and looking to get filled on Bitcoin, you have to ask yourself, like, is it worth staying in these trades during the news event? And my answer to that would be absolutely not. It is much better to at least, secure the position. If, for example, Dash runs up, hits TP1 and then TP2, you would obviously have your stops at entry prior to the news event. But let's say Dash just hovers around this area right here while the news is getting released. Well, then right before the news gets released, I would just exit this trade in profit up here. Same with EOS, same with Phil, and same with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has not, if I haven't gotten any long orders filled on Bitcoin prior to the news event, I exit this trade, right? I do not take the risk because I am a 100% technical trader, a TA trader. I do not trade the news. I do not trade based on fundamentals, which means this is not my strong suit to be trading news, which means if you don't know how to trade the news, you go off technicals, you exit because it's very likely to add a lot of volatility to the markets, and you don't know in which directions. It's better to just get out of the market, wait for the news and volatility to settle, and then get back in when there's either a confirmation of a continuation of the trend or a break in trend, and you might want to fade that main trend that was before the news. Anyway, that's what I'm watching right now, right? So we have EOS, Phil, Dash, and what I'm thinking is, I mean, it kind of sucks seeing Acro here because we did have an entry confirmation right here, and you see that most of these coins right here, they are identical to each other, the setups. You just have to pick a couple and hope that the ones you pick starts to run. But we have Acro, which ran very, very nicely. And the entry trigger for this trader here, right here, would be that the 4-hour bullish engulfing here on the bounds of the 0.618, while giving us a stochastic bull cross below 30. I would then have closed orders below the 50% right here with stops below the reload zone, and TP1 at 0% fib, TP2 at minus 0.236, and TP3 at minus 618. Let me show you using the replay function exactly how this would look, right? So you're not going to go long with having orders down here. You're going to wait for confirmation. How does that confirmation look like? What does that confirmation look like? You get the bounce on a 618, one more candle. Next candle is a 4-hour bullish engulfing. You have the stochastic RSI below 30. And what happens here is you want to put orders in on the 50% fib. And if you want a really high R trade, you can just put your stop loss below the wick of the bounce that created that 4-hour bullish engulfing, and the trade would then look like this with TP1 being at the 0. And what you see now is price usually comes down and hits that 50, right? And especially when it's confluent with a pretty decent support area, or I mean resistance or support or whatever. So you see it comes down, hits the 50, and boom, TP1. This trade would now be secured with TP at entry, and that's what I hope will happen to Phil, EOS, or Dash, right? It's not looking likely that's going to happen in the next few hours. So if there's not a lot of strength on this in the next couple of hours before I head to bed, I might actually de-risk these positions depending on what Bitcoin is doing right here. So a word of warning, right? We got the news coming out tomorrow. If you're not in a position right now, I think the best thing to do would be to wait until after the news event tomorrow at 13:30, so 1:30 p.m. UTC time. Wait until after the news event and trade whatever trend is going to continue, or any new trend, whatever, after the news event. So if you see any setups after the news event, go ahead, take those trades. But if you see a setup with, a couple of hours before the news event, the risk is just too high of getting stopped out on that trade. So if you're in these 3 positions, I would just advise you to follow the instructions in the official call channel. And if you see anything, not that hasn't really moved that much, I mean, you see most of them are out of the buy zone. You will see that everything looks identical. It has bounced at the 4-hour 20 EMA, created a 4-hour bullish engulfing with the stochastics below 30. That's the setup I'm looking at, right? And or looking for, and it has already played out. So the trades on these pairs right here, it's too late, right? It's too late to enter right now. So please be patient. Do not FOMO. That's basically my message today. Do not FOMO. be patient and wait for the next setups to align. If you are in the Burbness, you will know exactly which trades those are. So please do yourself a favor, go to theburbness.com/free trial, join for free. I'm going to update you guys on a daily basis on what altcoins I'm watching and what I'm entering and what I'm not entering. All right, guys, take care and see you guys in the next one.